Hello again. I am back, and as promised, I'm going to be giving a tour of my mob grinding tower. Um, this is based on a design by Daedalus822, which I modified for my own purposes. He has a giant laser cannon of doom or death or something like that, and I have a giant dart, which is going to get more giant in a later episode, but for now I'll give you a tour. The killing area is right there, and it is a fall trap. The lava is there just in case they don't die by falling, which Endermen don't seem to, and in case any of the mobs have a feather falling armor, the lava is there to kill them. So anyway, yes, there's 4 wings going off the sides, and each one of them has mobs spawning in it, and then on each of the corners are nether portal traps. Well, not traps, nether portals with traps underneath of them for catching zombie pigmen. So, to give you a tour, here's the main entrance right at water level. Future planning is to make a storage system down there. There isn't one as of yet. We'll get to that someday. So here is the underbelly of the beast, where all the magic happens. We'll come down here again and I'll explain some stuff to you. Right here is the main killing floor, and as you can see there are half slabs here which allow the mobs to fall and die, and as soon as they die their drops are immediately picked up by these hoppers and sent to this one little lonely double chest. Nothing too fantastic about it. It is quite a long fall. The main wings are 4 blocks wide, and in the corners it is a 2x2 square for the zombie pigmen to fall into. So let's take a little climb. I originally designed this trap to be strictly just for mob drops, and I redesigned it just a little while ago, but as you can see there's a skeleton falling down. Another portal which connects to the base and to other projects that we have going on. And from here on up it is dark, or supposed to be. And yeah, that basically just showed you how it all works. There are pressure plates on every single level, and mobs will spawn on pressure plates. They will not spawn in groups on pressure plates, but they will spawn singularly. And they spawn, and as soon as they spawn it triggers the repeater, which triggers a piston in behind the if you can see it in there, the nether brick, and the brick piston pushes out, pushing them down to the next layer. It is a 3-block fall, which does not hurt them. And it pushes them to the next layer, the next layer, and the next layer, and the next layer, and the next layer, until it pushes them right off the edge and down to the bottom. As demonstrated by a friend right there who just... Oh, there we go. And it's that simple. They can't fight it. They can't do anything about it. They just keep getting pushed. Now, mobs will not spawn within 24 blocks of a player. So I did originally create my AFK point down there, but I found that it wasn't getting enough drops as I would have liked. So I counted it out and found a spot above the tower that is 24 blocks away from the topmost spawn point. And as you can hear, those are the nether portals out there. And I go up to the top and I'll sit there, and that double chest at the bottom fills up quite rapidly. So the AFK point is actually at the top of that cobblestone tower right there. And yeah, that's the best place. So yes, these are how far the wings go out. There's a project we're working on, and you can see them going down. Now here is a shot of the nether portal area. They are all interconnected to reduce resources. They Up on top here is what I would call a 2x2 region. There's 2 layers of that, and then underneath that is 2 singles. So there's quite a few drops, not a ton. These little coverings here are because the the drop chutes that take down the zombie pigmen are right in that corner right there, and when they connect to the main drop chutes, they were letting too much light in, so those are there to cover the drop chutes. And yeah, so that's how those Nether portal areas work. There's 4 of them, and they are based on just a water pushing the little guys in and pushing them down into the corner until they drop. The main reason that we use pistons on the main thing is because Endermen love to just teleport away when they hit water. So yeah, that's the top of it. And close that up to keep it dark in here. We'll be going back up there probably at the end of the video, so I can show you some more things. So yeah, this is the main mob grinding area. So as I said, I intentionally just originally made this to be just mob drops. But then my nephews were like, "Oh, we want an XP farm," and I'm like, "Okay, well I'll build you an XP farm." And then another one of my nephews was like, "Well, why don't you just turn your mob grinder into one?" I'm like, I think I could do that. And that's where this comes in. These are all, of course, droppers, or dispensers, sorry. Dispensers with water buckets would not work if they were droppers. Dispensers with water buckets in them. And as soon as they're activated, they push their water out. And the water goes to that area, and it ends up pouring down approximately 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, including the original water source. And I did some testing, and I found out that from the height that I'm dropping these guys, if they fall through that much water and then continue falling down to the bottom when there's no lava, oh, look at that, some drops got out. Well, that's just annoying. Some drops got in. That's even more annoying. Anyway, once they get to the bottom, if there's no lava here, then they need approximately 1 punch, and they're dead. So it's a perfect XP farm. Not in that it's a perfect XP farm, but it's a perfect farm that is a mob grinder turned into an XP farm. So the way that works is, as you can see, there is a dispenser with a bucket in each one of the corners. And this does not turn off the lava for the zombie pigmen. So if I just hit this, it sends a little signal out, and all 4 of those should pull in their lava. Nice and simple. It also sends a pulse around back, up behind the steps, all the way up to those dispensers, turning on the water. So, one simple switch, and oh, look at there, our first one. Now, zombies tend to take 2 punches. Oh, look, only 1. Usually it's 2. So, this is not totally efficient as an XP farm because you are so far away from the spawns. But if you did want to, you could go to the top, AFK for a while, come down to the bottom, and they would just be lined up here ready to be punched. So yeah, that's how I turned it into an XP farm. Not that difficult. Just the dispensers with a redstone torch out there, and that's it. So I prefer to leave it in mob grinder form when I'm not going to be around for a long time. So yeah, that is the basic idea of the whole thing. So I didn't need to, as you could tell, did not need to make it quite so tall, since if I let them fall from just this area, most of them would die. Endermen have a little too much health. But I built it taller, just to, help them along in their dying process. So, that's my mob grinder. Now I'm going to quickly show you. Oh, I just love watching creepers fall. I hate creepers. I absolutely hate creepers. Ha 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 ha. Love seeing them fall to the death. So, as I mentioned, I am going to be upgrading this farm. Not so much the bottom. Whoa, I'm going to fall. But I'm going to be upgrading the top for even more drops. So this is what I'm going to do. Out here on the ends, I'm going to cut a little hole right here, and I'm going to extend this up another 8 levels, which each level is 3 blocks, so another 24 blocks that way. And I'm going to do that on each side, but not only am I going to do out that way, but also from this point, I'm going to go that way and that way. 8 on each one of those. So each one of these wings is now going to split off into 3. And I calculated approximately how much resources it's going to take. And it's going to take 6 stacks of sticky pistons and the nether brick and pressure plates and redstone repeaters, and I know it will take a whole ton more netherrack than this, but it's all I've gathered. I also gathered some red glass. So yeah, basically this walkway is going to stay exactly how it is. I will cut the hole here, and then this will be just basically glass along here, or maybe glass here, and the mobs will come down and bloop drop in there, and bloop drop in there, and yeah, I think it'll work pretty cool, and should greatly increase my drops. And then of course I will build this up with a ladder and a proper system for sitting up there, and it should approximately stay the same distance away from those, so you should get tons and tons of mobs spawning in here and dropping to their deaths. So really, rain. Not next time, not my next video, but very soon I will be starting that project, and I will invite you along for the ride. And in doing so, you'll be able to learn, if you didn't already know, how to build one of these, because I'll explain how the layers go. Quite a simple process, actually. And hopefully by the end, it will be even more beautiful. But my next video is actually going to be a project that we just finished. It's this direction, over here. It's right underneath of our base, which from here you can out of the corner of your eye, you can see our barn, and you can see down there to our hub. And right there where I'm pointing is a little hub over our storage. Right there's our bedroom, and then right over there, and it's actually directly beneath that spot there, is a slime farm. 3 chunks. And I will be showing you our slime grinder, which is very efficient and works very well. And yeah, very simple to make, just requires a lot of mining. So yeah, that's my next video. So until next time.